Welcome in to our special MLS weekend preview because we ran out of time on the morning show. We always do this on Fridays or before midweek match days. It's usually the fastest 30 minutes of an MLS preview that you'll find anywhere. This one will probably be around that because I'm flying solo right now. I'm Jason. You guys know me. We got a lot of games to preview. It's a great weekend of action in MLS. I would say returning after the international break, but there were games during the international break. And there's a lot of questions coming out of the international break because not everybody is going to be at full strength. And that starts with the first match of the weekend, which is Atlanta hosting Orlando. Tonight, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff, 7:20-ish. It's on FS1 and Fox Deportes. Victor Rivas is the referee. VAR, Jair Marufo. All-time series, Atlanta's won 6. Orlando has won 3. There have been 4 draws. Atlanta will most likely be missing Joseph Martinez, Ronald Hernandez, very, very likely missing Miles Robinson, and possibly missing George Bello because of international commitments during the week. Orlando most likely missing Pedro Galese and Sebastian Mendez on international duty, coming back from South America. They played last night. Also, for Orlando, they will be missing Junior Urso due to yellow card accumulation suspension. Atlanta had a 4-game winning streak. That ended with their loss on August 28th to Nashville at home. Orlando, 7 games unbeaten, 3rd win in that time frame. Big win over Columbus. I mean, it was a mixed bag of a result against Columbus. I think Orlando scored 3 goals. Don't have any problems with that. That's always a bonus. They gave up 2 bad goals that were a little surprising, and I think that could result in a high-scoring match tonight at the Benz. Your numbers and my numbers always come from SofaScore, sofascore.com. They have Atlanta as a favorite at home, plus 120. The draw is plus 270. Orlando is plus 190. Now, this was picked as one of our picks of the week by the listeners, by our subscribers on Discord, who picked all of the games for us for our usual Monday night picks of the week on soccer over there. This was the Friday selection. I picked Atlanta to win, as did John and Jarrett. Nick picked Orlando to win. Little surprised Atlanta is as big of a favorite against the second team in the Eastern Conference as this one. A lot of belief in Atlanta. They are missing a little bit more potentially than Orlando. It'll be a tough game. I think it'll be a tight game. I don't think it'll be a 3-2 game like we saw last time these two teams played. I'm thinking more of a 2-1, very difficult one, but I do have Atlanta finding a way to win it. I think Luis Araujo is critical tonight. If Luis Araujo has a big game, Atlanta United has a big game tonight. Late night tonight, Vancouver hosting Portland. That is game 2 of the weekend. Marcos de Oliveira is your referee. Timothy Ford is the VAR. All-time series dominated by the Timbers, 13 wins to Vancouver's 8, 6 draws. Whitecaps have won 4 games in a row, undefeated in 10. They have had a coaching change during that period of time as well. But are they ready for the challenge of the Portland Timbers, who have won 2 in a row? They defeated Houston at BBVA Stadium on last Friday night. Felipe Mora has gotten hot for them. Look at the kind of recent numbers between these two and what it could look like with Vancouver and Portland. This is an underrated rivalry as part of Cascadia. A lot of people look at Seattle-Portland, but Vancouver-Portland, two teams that have played a lot over the years historically. They first met in 1975. All competitions, all leagues, all of it, this is game 98 between a Whitecaps and a Timber side. Vancouver has won 41, 38 times Portland has won. So it's been pretty even all in all. They met twice in the NASL playoffs in 78 and 80, and they've split. Vancouver won 1, Portland won 1. Recently, again, Vancouver's won 4 in a row. They've scored at least 2 goals in their last 4 games at home. There have been a lot of goals in Vancouver's last 17 games. 14 of them, there have been over 2 goals in those games. I think Vancouver can get this one done as well. They are a favorite, not by a ton, though. Plus 130, according to the numbers at sofascore.com. Draw plus 260, and Portland plus 188. I think Vancouver finds a way to get this win. I think they are in such a good run of form, and I think that coaching change has kind of shook them up. That Canadian Championship loss has kind of shook them up, and they're going to continue to push forward. I have said that I think Portland is not going to get it done this season. I do worry that it is the end of the era. They are showing a fight right now, though, with 2 wins in their last 2. I don't think it's enough against Vancouver. Whitecaps get the win at home in the late night, in my opinion. All right, let's move on to Saturday games. First one of the day is out west. Colorado hosting the LA Galaxy at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. It is a 3:30 kick on Eastern time on Univision and TUDN. Rosendo Mendoza is the referee. Alan Chapman is the VAR. Galaxy lead the all-time series 37-30, 11 draws between them. Colorado, 7 games unbeaten, 5 wins in those 7. They beat San Jose last time out. Galaxy had lost 2 in a row. They fought back to get a 3-3 draw against LAFC on August 28th in their last time out. And the LA Galaxy, finally, after a long time away, get the return of one Chicharito. He's still one of the league's leading scorers, even though he's missed a lot of games with a calf injury. He is back. Greg Vanney says he is looking very good. We'll see. We'll see what he looks like. We'll see if he starts. Colorado, a pretty big favorite at home, minus 120. The draw is plus 300. LA Galaxy plus 280 on the board. Colorado have won their last 4 against the Galaxy in all competitions. Undefeated in their last 9 at home. Galaxy have conceded at least 2 goals in their last 3 games. That's the concern for me. I'm going to go draw here. I think the Galaxy get a boost from Chicharito. I think Colorado does get the result. They're going to want to get more out of it, but I think they get the home draw and stay undefeated in 10 at home. But I think the Galaxy fight and get a draw. I'll go 2-2 on this one. I think the Univision TUDN audience will get a really good one. Colorado and LA Galaxy. 5 o'clock Eastern time, and this will be available on ESPN+. Seattle hosting Minnesota. Alex Chilowitz is your referee. Joseph Dickerson is the VAR. All-time, Seattle, 6 wins. Minnesota, 1. 1 draw. Sounders, 3-game winning streak. Dead. They lost to Portland at Lumen Field August 29th, 2-0. Minnesota, 3 games unbeaten. Had a couple of draws. They beat Houston 2-1 at BBVA Stadium in Houston on August 28th. Adrian Hunau is starting to get going for the Loons. Numbers on this one. Seattle, minus 137 at home. Draw plus 280. Minnesota, plus 300. That big underdog number for the Loons does not get me going here because of the long-time history between these two. Seattle has dominated them. They've won 5 in a row at Lumen Field. I think they win another one here. I will go 2-1 Sounders. Now, question Raul Ruidiaz, especially for the Sounders. Is he going to be back? Is he going to be contributing? Is he going to be able to start? If he is, I might go 3-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Sounders in this one at home. New England Revolution hosting New York City FC, 7 o'clock Eastern time from Gillette Stadium. Chris Penso in charge. Not so quick trigger anymore. Not showing a lot of yellow cards this year. A lot less than his usual career average. Edvin Jurasevich is the VAR. Revs lead the all-time series with 8-6 for NYC, 4 draws. Revolution, 9 wins in their last 11 games. They beat Philadelphia on Friday night at Subaru Park. Matt Polster with the goal. NYC, 2 losses in their last 3. They got run off the field at Nissan Stadium in Nashville last Friday night. Tati Castellanos got the goal. 5 goals in his last 4. 11th goal of the season. But New York City floundering just a little bit. Numbers on this one. The Revs are a big favorite at home, as you would expect, plus 110. NYC plus 210. Draw plus 275. I've got to go with a Revs win here. Carlos Heel is getting back into the team. Is he ready to start yet? I don't know. He's going to play, though, I would think. I think the Revs have enough to get it done. I questioned if they would be able to keep this up without Carlos Heel. They have. They've won 10 of their last 12 at home. They've scored at least 2 goals in 7 of their last 8 at home. NYC have failed to win their last 6 away, and I don't think they're able to get the draw here. I'll go Revs with a 2-0 win over NYC. I think they keep Tati Castellanos in check. Next one on the board, Red Bull Arena, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, ESPN+. Red Bulls hosting DC United. Robert Sabiga is the referee. Jorge Gonzalez is the VAR. Sabiga doesn't show a lot of yellows, doesn't call a ton of fouls per game. This one could be a very intense game. It usually is with Red Bulls and DC. So Sabiga in charge of it will have an effect on it. Very curious to see what direction that goes. Red Bulls trail in the all-time series. DC has 36 wins. Red Bulls 31, 15 draws. The Red Bulls won their first game in 8, but then they couldn't follow that up with a second. They lost to Chicago at Red Bull Arena on August 28th. DC had lost 3 in a row. They broke that skid. They won 3-1 against Philadelphia on August 28th. Ola Kamara scored from the spot. Jordi Reyna and Ramon Wanchope Avila added goals. Wanchope Avila could be one of the better acquisitions here towards the end of the season. DC's getting him going now. Last time they played this season, Ola Kamara scored. DC won July 25th. Numbers for this one, Red Bulls are the favorite, which is a little surprising, plus 120. DC plus 200. Draw plus 260. That DC number is pretty good if you don't believe in the Red Bulls. And it's a little hard to at the moment with recent form. 1 win in 9 is a problem. DC 1 win in 4 is a problem as well, but I think DC comes in with a little bit better momentum here. DC have conceded at least 2 goals in 6 of their last 7 away from home. They've scored at least 2 goals in 5 of their last 6 games in total. I think DC does find goals against this Red Bulls press. I think DC gets the win on the road. I will go 1-0 DC United in that one. Montreal hosting Nashville, 8 o'clock Eastern time from Stade Saputo. Silvio Petrescu is in charge of this one. Carol Ann Chenard is the VAR. 3 times they've played in history, 2 draws, 1 Nashville win. Montreal, 4 games, unbeaten, 2 wins in that 4. They beat Toronto 3-1 at Stade Saputo, August 28th. Nashville, back-to-back wins. They've won 3 of 4 after that demolition job on New York City. Hani Mukhtar lighting it up, got 2 goals in that one. 3rd game this season with multiple goals. He's got 10 for the season. 3rd time these teams have played, 2 draws in Nashville. Do things change going to Montreal? We shall see. Jordi Mihailovic had a couple of assists last time out for Montreal. Jordi Mihailovic is having a great season for the former Montreal Impact, now Club de Foot. Montreal, the favorite in this one, plus 125. Nashville, plus 180. Draw, plus 260. That Nashville number is a large one. Little surprised they have that large of a number next to them. Even on the road in Montreal, I'm a little surprised by that. Nashville unbeaten in 13 of their last 14. Montreal scored at least 2 goals in their last 5 at home. They've won 5 of their last 6 at home. With that in mind, and they've drawn twice this season, I'm going to have to go, in honor of John Nelson, I'm going to have to go with the draw. That's a pretty good number on a draw between these two as well. I will go draw, and I will go wacky draw, 2-2, Montreal and Nashville. That's my pick. Cincinnati and Toronto is up next from TQL Stadium. 8 o'clock Eastern Time. David Gantar is the referee. Soren Stoica is the VAR. Toronto have won 3 of 4 against Cincinnati. Cincinnati did get one win in that time frame. Cincinnati losing slide continues. They lost to Miami on Saturday night. Toronto losing skid extended. 3-1 loss to Montreal last time out. Cincinnati's a favorite at home, plus 130. Toronto plus 180. Draw plus 260. What is it John says? When you have no idea what direction it's going to go, you just take the draw. I'm going to take the draw in this one because I think Toronto can win, mainly because I have no faith in Cincinnati at all. But I don't have much faith in Toronto either right now. So I will go draw. I'll go 1-1 in that one. I think there's at least a couple goals in it. All right, 8 o'clock as well, Saturday night. Drive Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami hosting the Columbus Crew. Alan Kelly is in charge of this one. Jose Carlos Rivero is the VAR. First time ever for Miami and Columbus to meet. Miami unbeaten in 4, and they've won 3 of those. Breck Shea with a late winner to beat Cincinnati last time out. Columbus got their first win in a while, but they couldn't make it back-to-back. They lost 3-2 in Orlando on Saturday night. Miguel Berry, though, he's been hot lately. 4 goals in the season, 3 in the last 2 games. He equalized for Columbus before they conceded the winner a little bit later. Miami is a sizable favorite here, and I think they should be because they're in great form. Minus 110, Columbus plus 275, draw plus 260. It's hard to go against Miami right now. They have been that good lately. I mean, 3 wins out of their last 4, and even before that, they were on a decent little run. I don't know if Miami's out of the playoff picture this season. Columbus have lost 7 of their last 8. Miami have won 4 in a row at home. For those reasons, I'm going with a Miami win, and I think it'll be a little bit of a party in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to go 2-0 on this one for Miami to get the win at home against the Columbus Crew. It's a shortening injury list for Columbus. It's still a list. It's a problem. Let's go to Texas. Houston hosting Austin, BBVA Stadium, 8:30 Eastern Time. Kick, Ismail Elfath is the referee. Drew Fisher is the VAR. All-time one game, and it's Austin with the win, 3-2. Houston, record winless streak extended. Those are words you don't like to see for the Dynamo. They lost 2-0 to Portland last Friday. Austin lost 2 in a row now. They lost 2-1 to Vancouver on the road last Saturday. Sebastian Drusi scored his second goal, both coming in the last 3 games. Last time they played, Tomas Pochettino scored twice. Cecilio Dominguez scored the other one. Austin got the win 3-2 on August 4th. Numbers in this one. Dynamo are a home favorite. Pretty sizable one, plus 105. Austin plus 230. Draw plus 250. Didn't really expect that, to be perfectly honest. I thought it would be a little bit closer. Those numbers, when you're thinking about this from a juicebox perspective, really make you look at Austin and wonder if you can talk yourself into that. Here's a couple reasons why you can. Houston have not won in 16 games. They've conceded at least 2 goals in their last 7. Now, a reason why it's a little bit hard to take that number for Austin, they've lost their last 4 away from home. I don't think they get the win in Houston. I think it is a draw. I think Austin has every opportunity to get a win here, but they don't. I don't believe in them to get wins that they should get at this point. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw between Houston and Austin will be left rueing the fact that they left points on the table in this one. Sporting Kansas City, Chicago, 8:30 Eastern Time, Children's Mercy Park. John Freeman is the referee. Hilario Grajeda, Chico Grajeda is the VAR. All-time, Chicago, dominant, 26 wins to Sporting's 18, 12 draws. Sporting had been unbeaten in 6. They got blown out by LAFC 4-0 last Friday. Shock result. Did not see that coming. Chicago has won 3 of their last 5. They're back to the good Chicago a little bit right now. Robert Baric got his 3rd goal of the season in the win at Red Bull Arena. Numbers on this one, Sporting and Chicago. Sporting, big favorite at home, minus 161. Chicago, plus 400, biggest number so far, plus 320 on the draw. Okay, do you believe in the Chicago Fire? Do you want to try to justify going with that kind of a number? Can we find something? Not much. Kansas City have won their last 5 at home against Chicago in all competitions. Kansas City are undefeated in 10 of their last 11 at home. They've kept a clean sheet in 6 of their last 8 at home against Chicago in all competitions. Yeah, I can't. I think Sporting gets the win. I think Peter Vermes maybe has gotten into these guys a little bit this week and coerces a win out of this one because they need it, first off. And I think they're a better team than Chicago. Even good Chicago, I don't think is as good as Sporting Kansas City is. I just don't think they can keep up. Dallas and San Jose, 8:30 Eastern Time, Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas. Guido Gonzalez Jr. is the referee. Yunus Maracci is the VAR. San Jose leads the all-time series, 29 wins to 20, 17 draws. Dallas lost to RSL last time out on the road in Salt Lake, 3-2. San Jose, first loss since the end of June when they fell to Colorado. They had been 10 games unbeaten. Last time they played this year, going back to April 24th, a long time ago, San Jose won 3-1. Cade Cowell, Christian Espinoza, Osvaldo Alanis got the goals. Numbers on this one for Dallas and San Jose. Dallas is a big favorite at home, minus 110. San Jose, plus 270. Draw, plus 275. I kind of like San Jose coming into this already because Dallas has been far too inconsistent for my liking, and I think San Jose's style could give Dallas problems. San Jose are unbeaten in their last 7 against Dallas in all competitions. That makes me feel pretty good about my hunch. I think San Jose gets the win. I think they go to Frisco and get the win. That is a good number for San Jose, and I think they find a way to make that stand up. I will go San Jose to win in Dallas 2-1. I think Cade Cowell has a big day on that one. One more game on the weekend, and it is on Sunday at 10:30 Eastern Time as LAFC hosts RSL on ESPN+. Ted Unkel is the referee. Kevin Stott is the VAR. 8 games between these two in league play, 7 wins for LAFC. Real Salt Lake has 1, but they also have a playoff win. Don't discount that one. LAFC had been 8 games winless before demolishing Sporting Kansas City 4-0. RSL put an end to a quick 2-game skid. They beat Dallas 3-2 at Rio Tinto Stadium. Albert Rusnak, 6th goal of the year, 3rd in his last 6 games. He also got an assist, 5th assist of the season. I like RSL. I don't know if I like them in this game, but I also don't know what LAFC is going to show up. That has been a question mark this season, and I think a fair question mark this season with what we've seen from LAFC, especially defensively. The juicebox purveyors, though, they like LAFC. Minus 222, RSL plus 500, draw plus 360. Okay, RSL have lost their last 4 away from home. LAFC has scored at least 2 goals in 6 of their last 7 at home, so even when they haven't gotten wins, they've gotten goals. I think they'll get enough here against RSL. Remember, coaching change for RSL as well. Pablo Mastroeni is in charge. Does he revert back to a little bit of what we saw during his time in Colorado, where he gets very defensive on the road? I could see it. I don't think that's the way to play LAFC, and I don't think it will work. I think LAFC gets the win at home. I don't think it will be as sizable as the win over Sporting Kansas City. I think it'll be a little tougher, but I'll go 2-1 LAFC at home at Bank of California to get that win. Love getting into this league. Love getting into this stuff here on the league. I'd love to hear your thoughts listening to this. Are there games that you see as, I really like this team in this game? Are there players that you're looking to perform in a big way this weekend? There will be some opportunities for players to get time that maybe they wouldn't have with guys coming back from international duty, maybe not 100%. And then we're going into a midweek as well, so managers will have to think ahead a little bit with 3 games on Tuesday of next week, then games on Wednesday. So kind of managing minutes and sharing minutes across lineups will be very, very interesting. And I think it will start to a degree this weekend. So there could be some unpredictable results. All the games that are not on national TV, ESPN Plus, but you do have nationally televised games this weekend as well. Mike Conte and I will be live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium tonight. Pre-game coverage will start at 6:30 on 92.9 The Game. The Odyssey app, the Atlanta United app. Full-time report will follow the final whistle for about an hour. Same places to listen, radio 92.9 FM, Odyssey app, Atlanta United app. Want to hear when we get to Monday what games you watched, who stood out to you, who were the biggest surprises as we talk more MLS, as we get into that stretch drive, getting into playoff positioning fights, because there are some very, very interesting ones. Miami, Atlanta, fighting their way up the Eastern Conference. Columbus trying to right the ship and continue in that fight. Teams that are in spots right now trying to hold on to them. Same out west. LAFC is one to watch, fighting their way up the Western Conference. Keep an eye on the black and gold. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. As always, you can tweet at me at Longshoe. You can tweet at the show at Soccer Down Here. Let us know what you think. We'll be back with you for Overreaction Monday at 9:05 Monday morning. Much obliged.